All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm excited to be here. Today I want to talk about something I think is important for a lot of people, and it's really important and close to my heart, right? And it kind of ties into a lot of what I'm doing, right? Which is being responsible for families, putting themselves in a position to home ownership, right? Put them in a position to realize wealth, right? That they're entitled to. So, tying into this conversation today, it'll ring a lot around that today. Alrighty, so first thing that I want you guys to understand and know and take very seriously is the importance of your credit. Your credit is way more valuable than money you can have on hand. And the reason being is your credit will get you more money than your money can get you, right? Now, there's some instances that's not true, right? Because you can make your money work real hard. But that's through certain strategies, right? But your credit is a representation of who you are as a borrower. So as you're looking to purchase properties, as you're looking to get people to back you up and lend projects, right? Or you want to purchase company vehicles, your credit is going to have a big play and factor, right, into the success of you getting money lent at favorable rates, if to do so. So understand your credit is a representation of who you are, right? When they see your credit score, they're like, all right, this is what I see, right? If you have late payments, if you're, past due, there's delinquencies, that right there is for them is going to be a tell sign that, all right, this is an irresponsible person. Even though you may not be, right? Even though you may have had trauma or something happen in your life that's put you in that position, that's what they see. They're just going to go by that report and say, okay, this is someone is a high risk. We'll lend, but we'll lend at a higher rate. And we're going to lend less than what they want, right? If you have a strong report, you've always paid on time, you show you have diverse forms of credit, right? You got a car loan, you may have student loans, you have mortgage, credit cards, right? That shows now diverse debt. You're able to handle and sustain and pay on time. So now you seem a lot more responsible, which contributes, right, to your overall credit score. All right, next big thing, right? You want to start focusing on how do you budget so you can start saving. A lot of people face the reality of it's hard to save. Right? It's hard to put money aside when they're trying to make things work with what they are having. So there's a lot of options, right? And I think every situation is different. So I wouldn't give one tailored advice for the masses. But some things that are important that you can do. When you do get paid, right? I would say automatically pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. At the end of the day, you are the most important factor. So when you get your paycheck, the first thing that should be paid, obviously taxes are going to get paid first. You can't, IRS wants their cash. But pay yourself 5 or 10%, whatever's appropriate, right? What you don't want to do is set up a plan that's not going to allow you to sustain it. You want to put in a reasonable savings plan that's going to allow you to keep going with this plan and then even get more aggressive as you get good at it, right? So I would say, let's say you make $100, right? Every week you make $100. Put $10 aside. Right? And for some clients, it's even work where they'll put $10 aside in a savings account at a bank that they don't have mobile banking to, or that their primary checking is not tied to, because they want to be able to forget about it, right? Put money in there, let it grow, totally forget about it. So pay yourself first, right? That's going to be the first thing you guys can do that's going to make a big impact. All right. Third thing that I want to address, right, is your debt, your credit cards. Make sure, a lot of people they don't know this, right? And I think it's important to understand how it works. For your credit cards, you should keep a utilization of 10% or less, right? And that's to keep you in an excellent bracket. So what that means, right? Let's say you have 5 credit cards for a total of $5,000 in total overall lending ability from all the credit cards. You want to have at least 10% of that $5,000 that's available to you or less in outstanding debt. So, right, with that same example, that means you want to be at about, $500 or less, right, of outstanding total debt, because it keeps you at 10% or less. When you go higher than that, it puts you in good bracket. But when you go higher than 20%, you're at, fair. When you're at like 50 and higher, it's not the best rating you'll get. And this is the second highest bracket that contributes to your overall credit score. So you're talking about something that holds a lot of weight, right, to determining your overall score that has a big sway that people don't know. So keep your credit card balances low. You keeping the balance is not gonna make you seem more responsible or build credit faster. It's just understanding how your credit score is contributed, it's computed, should I say, so that way you can utilize it to your advantage, right? So if you know you have a credit card with $10,000 balance, right, keep that $1,000 balance on there or less, right, and pay the total balance off. You shouldn't. Now, some people have to; they have no choice, right? But when you have control, you want to only use your cards for the cash you already have, right? Use it for the advantages of rewards, cash back, and all the other benefits. But that'll be a huge one. If you guys are able to take that one and absorb it, you'll see a significant impact on your credit report. So, listen, there's a lot more where that's coming from. Feel free, reach out to me, shoot me a call. We can personally work on one-on-one. But I love doing this. I love, offering my knowledge, right, my experience in the financial industry to so many families. So much more behind that. Talk to you soon.